Like, you don't sound your accent as clever as you write.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. People might say you might be rough around the edges or whatever. Like,
yeah.
What was it like for you though? Like, which you would admit, not your typical academic, going then into university, higher education.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, but I think that reflects my, my connection to the community and wanting to stay true to who I was and who I am and the significance I place on my friendship, my families. I don't want to become out of my station, but then that presents difficulties when you go to university, because especially at Cardiff University, the majority of people here are from a middle class background. I've heard a Valley's accent once in my time at Cardiff University, and I've been here like 5 or 6 years once. I was so chuffed that hearing a Valley's accent, like that represents how bad it is. Like, so it's difficult. Like, so like I keep saying but to people all the time. I still work, and I'm like, oh, open the door to someone, and they say thanks. I'm no problem, but, and I'm like, just call the professor back. You're right what you said. It's a backhand compliment. I do like to think my writing is not the same way as I talk, but the way I talk is because I'm still deeply embedded in that community that I come from and I care about, and I care about the people in it. So it's what we call code switching. So you switch from one personality to another. So I think a good example the viewers might like is that I was writing a essay one day, as you do like as an academic, and I had a WhatsApp message on the group. So I'm in academic mode, and I wrote something on the WhatsApp group that was kind of like slightly academic. I didn't think it was, and I out, but one of the boys said, if you ever fucking put a word like that on our group again, we'll kick you out. Like.
Then when you went to university, did you find that kind of flip? Was you kind of like, what am I doing here kind of thing? Or did you feel like people were almost saying to you, looking at you like, what's this guy fucking doing?
Well, I could give you an example. These are the examples, and this is the difficulties of us people from our, old backwards go into education. So and I hope this doesn't come across as kind of arrogant or up my own ass, but I'd done extremely well as an undergrad in the University of South Wales, and people said to me, because it's seen as a lesser university than Cardiff, so I was like, people kept saying, oh, so what, you've got good grades in University of South Wales, you wouldn't be able to cut through at Cardiff. And I was just like, well, no, but this, I'll go and prove it I can do it in Cardiff. So I went to Cardiff as transferred as an undergrad, and the first time I had to meet the course leader, and the first time I met him, I opened the door, and he looked at me with this utter shock of surprise, and these were his actual words. I document in the book. What is someone like you doing in Cardiff University? We don't normally see people like you.